Hey guys, so let's do Charlie Kirk this time, yeah? Let's do Charlie Kirk. I'm super curious about this. I did a video when all of that first happened a long time ago, and I want to dive in again. I want to dive in, see what we can get, see what we can find, see what we can figure out, see what Charlie has to say. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see what Charlie has to say. All right, Charlie Kirk, I'm going to tell you what I got, okay? Eight of Swords in reverse. This is a new perspective. First card out, it sets the tone for everything. He wants us to understand a different perspective. Five of Swords, fighting. Fighting about stuff, fighting amongst each other, fighting, win at all cost kind of mentality, white knuckle grip on a win at all cost mentality, right? Nine of Pentacles in reverse kind of tells me to follow the money. Okay, follow the money a little bit right here, right? It's also about a waste of time. What's the waste of time? Well, I'm going to explain. Hang with me, okay? The waste of time, the Knight of Cups, the person who is pretending to be emotional about this situation isn't. Really, it's an act. There's some kind of an act going on, and he wants us to see that there was fighting, infighting happening in this situation, okay? The Hermit, soul searching and introspection, okay? People need to take a step back and look at this situation from a different perspective, because there were things going on that people don't realize. The Queen of Swords, the truth of the situation, find the truth of the situation. Eight of Cups in reverse talks about emotionally hopeless, okay? What he's telling me, I'm gonna explain this whole thing in just a second. Hold on. Five of Cups, regret, loss, despair. And then the Lovers in reverse talks about an unviable, unvibing breakup relationship. So what he's telling us in this group of cards right here is that everything on the home front was not as it seems. Now, is this between him and his wife? We don't know yet. Is this between him and the powers that be? We don't know yet. So let's see what the rest of these cards say. But there's definitely a message of seeing things in a different way, because not everything that we see is the truth. Okay? All right. Three of Cups, right? This is the story that's being told, that everything was so hunky-dory in this relationship that he was in. Like I said, is it his marriage or is it his political thing? I don't know, but we'll figure it out, okay? So in this relationship, the people around him, the Three of Cups, who are supposedly supportive of him and caring of him, King of Swords in reverse, it's a lie. It's mental manipulation. It's a lie. I mean, that card is like straight up lie. And then Justice comes on top of it and says, these people, this is where you're going to find justice. The people who are talking about how great Charlie and Erica's relationship is, who would be Erica, right? That's where you're going to get justice for this. The Sun, see very, very, very clearly strength, strong, courageous, brave. A position of leverage. Tell me a little bit more about, yeah, look, I kid you not. Did you guys see that? Six of Pentacles in reverse, greedy, and the Six of Swords, leaving. So he was going to leave this situation. He was going to leave it. The situation that he was going to leave is what everybody needs to be looking at. The person, place, or thing that he was going to call it quits with right here, where all the fighting was happening. The person, place, or thing that he was going to call it quits with got greedy somehow, because if Charlie goes, everything else goes with Charlie. And whoever is behind the scenes here, they got greedy. And the sun says, see very clearly, strength. It's a person in a place of power, whether that's the CEO of his company or some kind of political figure. We don't know yet, but there's a whole situation going on, and Charlie was going to leave it. He was going to leave it behind and go in a different direction, and someone said, no, 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 you ain't taking that with you. You are not taking that with you. Okay? Second row, first card. The avoidance of conflict. To the Three of Pentacles. Interesting, that's spun upside down all by itself. Teamwork, collaboration, or let's say the lack thereof, and the Five of Pentacles, left out in the cold. Okay, this tells me that exactly what that top row told me, that Charlie was going to leave something behind, and when he left it behind, whomever was left over was going to be in a position of deficit with that Five of Pentacles right there. And again, with the greed of the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this card is about a greed in the sense of well-being, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, imbalanced. So Charlie's departure was going to set someone off balance in their sense of well-being, and again, they got greedy. Lovers in the center of the reading. Everything revolves around this. The Lovers card is clarified by the Hanged Man, which is like a kind of thing. Need to be looking at the people who say they love Charlie. That's who we need to be looking at. The people who say they love Charlie. To the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Upset in the home, the family, the finances. This tells me that he was contemplating, planning, and going to make a move to change the balance of a significant relationship in his life. A significant relationship. Okay? Seven of Swords in reverse says break free of a futile mentality. To the Eight of Wands in reverse, talking about no forward momentum. So what he's saying here is stop putting energy towards, I would assume it's this poor kid that's taken the fall for everything. Stop putting energy towards that. Break free from a futile mindset. The Hermit. Soul searching, introspection, the Four of Wands in reverse. So what he's saying here is, why don't you investigate what was really going on behind closed doors? Why don't you investigate what was really happening between me and Erica, or me and the powers that be? Investigate that relationship. Death, because they are the cause of my death. And this will bring an end and a transformation to this situation. And I also kind of feel like he wants the transformation. If we knew, if you guys knew, that's what I just heard in my head, right? If you guys knew the truth of this situation, there would be transformation in the masses, I think. I think that's kind of what he's saying here, is that there will be transformation from my death if you guys will figure out who is this person that is now, because of his death, in a place of strength, and figure out exactly what the home life was and the relationship in the background. Because somebody is touting it is all joyful and snuggly, and it's a lie with the King of Swords in reverse. And this is where you're going to find justice. Wow. Third row, first card, is the Ace of Cups. So, whomever is lamenting and talking about how much they love and care about Charlie, Ace of Swords in reverse, it's bullshit. It's not the truth. It's not the truth at all. It's a lack of clarity, that card is, right? So it's not the truth. The King of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The truth of the matter is that Charlie, King of Pentacles in reverse, was going to end a relationship with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And because of that, there was going to be a deficit in the sense of well-being. Its card is also about not being able to start something new or a missed opportunity. And I think that Charlie was going to cut someone out, like cut them out, like all the way around, cut them out. Justice. If you will see this, you will understand. The Seven of Cups, right? The confusion around everything. Six of Cups. Look at the family. Look at family, home, nostalgia, memories. Look at family. To the Fool. This is the direction. New beginning, new direction. Go in this direction. Look at family. And then the Empress. The Empress. I also want to put the political spin on this too, right? Because this could be his relationship with some kind of political figure. The Empress is always the United States of America for me in any kind of a political reading. Not that this is a political reading, but just saying, perhaps, maybe it's all of it. Maybe they're all in cahoots with each other. But he's telling us to look at the Six of Cups and to go in a different direction, to look at the Empress right here. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, look at that person. The Lovers in reverse, look at that person. Whomever is saying everything was all roses is lying. Justice, look at that person. It's all over this reading. The World in reverse, repeat cycle, and then the Hierophant, commitment. I wanted to ask extra about this, so I'm going to use these cards. So tell me, please, the World in reverse and the Hierophant, the Ten of Wands. Okay, so Charlie wanted to stop doing something. I don't know, maybe he wanted to step down from the whole damn thing. I don't know. But he wanted to stop doing something. He didn't want the cycle to perpetuate, but he was committed to it in some way. Could be his marriage. I mean, the Hierophant is about marriage, right? But he had some kind of a commitment, and the Ten of Wands, it says it was just a burden it was a struggle and a burden, and he hated whatever this commitment is right here. Yep. Five of Swords again, starts with the Five of Swords and ends with the Five of Swords, right? This is conflict, fighting, winning, win at all costs kind of mentality, and then the home life comes on top of it with the Four of Wands. This dude is saying, look at my home life. Look at my home life. Princess of Wands, inspiration, action, effort, the Seven of Pentacles. Contemplate and reevaluate. Put some effort into contemplating and reevaluating. Look, the Six of Cups in reverse, because everything isn't as rosy in the home, the family, and the finances as everybody seems to be saying that it was. Follow the money. That's what I said at the very beginning of all of this, right? Follow the money. That's what I saw in that Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And then Judgment. This is where you're going to get the answers. This is where Judgment, justice is in here twice. This is where you're going to get the answers. The Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. Turning point. The turning point comes Emperor in reverse, Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. The turning point to find the reason that Charlie Kirk was killed is when you begin to follow the money. Whomever is profiting in any way whatsoever off of Charlie Kirk's death is the person who killed him. That's what these cards are saying. So whoever is profiting, or let's reverse that too, whoever stood to lose a whole lot of something if Charlie cut them off is the person who killed him, or the person, place, or thing, the institution that got a hold of him in some way. That's who killed him. Follow the money. Always follow the money. Always follow the money. I do hope y'all enjoyed that. Namaste.